What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Winterfell, with our Let's Play Season 5, episode number 16, I'm pretty sure. I gotta write these down before I sit down to record. Yeah, so we're going small town feels. That's kind of what I've decided on the last couple episodes. We're at 42,000 right now. Actually, we're climbing. But the next two milestones are at 60 and 70, which 70 is almost doubling the size of this town. And I'm not sure that I want to go with that. So that's why I've decided to back things down a little bit. I made a couple of small changes offline, and I want to show you that real quick. I extended this neighborhood out just a little bit to meet some residential demand. And then over here, I had a highway exit here that was coming down into our little town square. I'm trying to move some traffic around. This is not the final test, but I've got that traffic that's coming into town coming off of this, and then they can split down to there, or they can carry this highway over here into the main downtown area. But why I did that was to free up this space to support across the way, because we did not have a highway exit covering what is now known as Bolton Farms, though we will have to change that since we moved all the farms out. I just realized I am on day-night cycle still, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Let me find the option there. All right, so yeah, I mean, I wanted to offload some of the traffic here. It looks like it's backing up pretty bad on the highway. This is not a really well designed or efficient on-ramp, especially with all this traffic coming onto the highway, cutting off and then slowing down the traffic there. Now, what's weird about cities, and I don't know if this works this way in Europe, somebody can tell me please, the people on the rotary or the roundabout would have the right of way, and at least that's how it works again in the States. So you would not see a situation like this. These people would just keep flowing. They're already on there. They should be giving, these people getting on should be giving way, and that's just kind of creating this constant backup. So we could probably bring them down. A little thing we could do right now is let's see where all these cars are going that come on. Looks like they're going on to get right for the most part, and then as soon as I say that, somebody gone on to go left. Yeah, well, ultimately we don't want them all using this same turnaround, so we'll come up with something for that. But in the meantime, look at all that demand that we have, and considering we know we're going to rework this, let's make the traffic problems on it worse and move some more people in. Now, I think I had kind of gone with the gravel streets, and I upgraded most of them down here. They're all pavement now. So I think it's time to upgrade up here and expand some neighborhoods through here, and get some more people moving in, but not too much. That again, we're not really focusing on the next two milestones. So roads, and let's upgrade. Let's get all this converted over. Why won't it let me do that one? Because of the school. And it won't let me do that one because of the fire department. That's great. It hates bends for some reason. Anytime the upgrade is going to affect the road size, which you can see it affects just the tiniest little bit. It affects it on the curves more, so it's going to throw us off and not let us do a lot of those curve pieces, those curve segments where at least where essential buildings are already sitting. So we may have to move some stuff around, but bear with me a minute. I'll be right back. You don't need to watch me do this. This is easy enough. We're just gonna upgrade all these roads, and then we'll be right back and figure out where we're gonna put some new roads into the mix. All right, and that is good enough for now. There's two pieces of road I did not upgrade. One was next to a mostly filled cemetery. Another was, turn my snapping back on. I was doing something before. And another one was next to the train station. So we could We could move a bunch of stuff around, empty the cemetery, sinkhole the cemetery, different things we can do, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Lots of commercial demand, so as I like to do, let's make this kind of a main road, kind of a collector road, if you will. So we'll do that. And let's move this real quick. May as well get it hooked up. It's going to be more than we need for heating availability. We can always turn them off. All right, and yeah, let's figure out some neighborhoods here. So this is going to act as a main collector road for us. So we will come off of that. I'm going to do some freeform roads and just fill in a lot of this kind of this negative space that we've got here. This could be obviously all houses, so that overlaps just a little bit, and I don't want it to. I want it to be spaced out just a bit. Not too much, but so those houses aren't right on top of one another there. And if you want to, you could create some redundant routes through here with some streets. I like that. That works. And I think I'd like to do one more connecting up through here. So let's do something like that. We have room. I think we could bring a highway up over here to support this top part of the city. Might make sense, but might also not be necessary. We'll see. We'll see how the traffic does. The big thing is sorting this out, and it looks like it kind of caught up. It's flowing now. Let's see where traffic's at, actually, because those were two very problematic intersections that. So there's still some slowdown, but it's not the worst. And there's some spaghetti, but it's doing the trick. This is still slow, but not nearly as backed up as it was when we did not have this exit here. So some slow spots, but we can deal with it. It's not, you know, it's not backing up beyond those intersections. Around 80%, I'm happy with that. So let's come back in here and do some zoning. And let's move this just a bit so that it is not affecting things. Well, while I paint some zoning in here, let's talk some current events. E3 is going on. I've been commenting quite a bit on that on the Discord. I ended up making last night's stream a little bit shorter too, so I can get caught up on Devolver Digital and Bethesda had their shows last night, right around the midpoint of my regular Sunday stream. So I decided not to compete with that. Maybe some people would be interested. I know a lot of people are here for cities, but people play other games, and it's a fun time of year to find out about some of the new stuff that's coming. Although honestly, I don't think Bethesda had any major updates. Doom looked good, and what was that new one? Oh, I'm gonna forget now. Bloodshot, Deadshot, Deathloop. That's what it was. Deathloop. That looks like that has some potential, though there's not really a lot on the gameplay front yet. And Devolver Digital, if you don't know them, they put out a ton of fun indie games. They're a large indie dev, or a large indie publisher, probably I should say, and they put out some really good stuff. So I would definitely check out what they have on offer. I will definitely be playing some of those games coming up on the Thursday streams especially. Are we all covered here? What is not? Guy right there. You good now, bud? There we go. Okay, so back to our zoning. And in the world of E3, I also was super unexcited about most of the EA press conference. I like what they're doing with their smaller games. They're publishing indie games. I don't know how indie they are once EA gets their hands on them. Let's upgrade this road before I get too far ahead of myself. We'll fill some of this space in too. But they do some cool stuff with like Hazelight. That's who did A Way Out. And the Fee developers are doing another one. So they've got some cool indie stuff coming out. I don't really care about any of their big games. I'm not into the yearly sports titles. It just feels like such a ripoff to have to, buy a roster update basically every year. Today, as I'm recording this, actually, coming up in just a couple hours is going to be the PC Gamer Show, and I totally want to tune in for that because they cover some new hardware releases sometimes. I don't know that we're going to get anything too mind-blowing out of it, but it's fun to see new hardware front, especially the last couple years that I got back into PC gaming. I wouldn't have cared a couple years back when I was pretty much focused only on console, but now I do care. Again, I should say it had been a while since I really got into the PC hardware side of news. I'm pretty sure I disconnected my power grid at some point. Apparently I had a redundant grid that was supporting things over here. Okay, there it is. That power line was covering everybody. That's good. I just had this terrible feeling that I was ignoring power pop-ups on the back side of the screen. One of the nice things about PC, that Watch It mod, sort of see those things happening all the time, whether you're looking at directly or not. Garbage problems over here. What's up with that? Do we need more recycling capability over here? Did I move my recycling plants out when I revamped this? No, we had 2 in the zone. What's up with that? Come on, people. Get that garbage out of there. So this zone, let's take a look at it in cinematic. It's a little slow. It's a little slow getting out by the train station. We could try and improve that a bit. One thing that you could do here is you could move this just back a little bit, have a little collector road, a little on-ramp, off-ramp. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy, but just to get them out of the main flow of traffic here. It's only a 2-lane road, there's only so much people can do. We could try and upgrade maybe that segment to a 6-lane that's right in front, but I think the easier thing is to do little on-ramp, off-ramp, push it back, 20 feet, just enough to tuck a road in there, and make it so people have to get off of this road in order to go to the train station. That might help smooth things up a bit. Coming off the highway, things are pretty good. Like this piece is moving people well. It's slowing down a little up here. As you can see, people are turning back into the zone. So this is traffic that's leaving. All the traffic that is turning left here is traffic that's left one business and needs to get to another. Or maybe trucks that are coming from here to deliver goods to an industry. But you usually have traffic problems. You push them around a little bit. Never completely solve them in this game, at least that is my experience. And in other current events, Boston Bruins, man, they forced a Game 7. Beautiful performance last night. I generally can't watch because my heart will explode. I can't handle professional sports. Certainly not when a Boston area team is in the playoffs. I can barely handle regular season. I swear a lot. I scream a lot. I walk out of rooms. Apple Buddy does not have fun watching sports with me. We're both big Red Sox fans, So, oh man. And speaking of Ortiz, what's up with that? I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking to the wrong crowd, but it's been a weird couple days for Boston sports fans. So, fires, come on, fires, get put out. I love the way the snow piles up on some of these houses. Like, that looks very dangerous. Let's go take a look at that. Looks like they really need to remove that snow. I'm gonna hang out here until that snow falls on me and I can get... There we go. I didn't need the cane before, then the snow fell on me. And then I retired. They're parking on the sidewalk, they're not removing the snow. Very dangerous, this place. Alright, enough of that. Enough of that. What do we got over here? What's going on? Commercial buildings going out of business? Let's say that commercial building looks very oddly off-center, but this is the climate research station, which I don't think belongs over here anymore. I think we should kind of put it out in the woods, off on its own, over here somewhere. Might be good. We've been having fire problems over here really bad, and I don't understand, because there is a fire station right there. And it should be putting these fires out, no problem, but we're losing multiple businesses here. 3 buildings just burned down in that one fire on that block. And we got another building going up over here. It's not like we don't have enough problems keeping this area functioning. I don't need it burning down. Please, fire department. I swear, I have the worst luck. People mention in the comments their maps don't burst into flames like mine do. And I don't know what it is. I generally try and have really good fire coverage. Let's look at that. We've got some traffic pro. Whoa. When did that happen? That wasn't a problem before, was it? Something's going on that is bringing all this traffic back into the zone, which is backing up all this. So I will definitely want to think about that at some point. And another fire, of course. So yeah, we've got to do some things. I mean, we don't have to do them. I mean, the town will survive, but we can make it function a lot better and look a lot smoother, and maybe get to put out fires faster if there wasn't some traffic problems in here. Like, seriously, what happened? Like, half a block burned down over here, and then over here. Like, what is going on? I don't have... Isn't there a policy that's like less workplace safety, overlooking safety laws? Like, I'm not doing that. It shouldn't be bursting into flames. So this is an interesting thing that I never turn on, but I probably should. So, small business doozies. Perks for small businesses. Low density commercial, double their sales. Upkeep 2 cents or 2 credits per low density commercial building. And then big business benefactor, high density commercial buildings, which I don't think we have in our town. But you pay a little bit of money for them to double their sales, which in theory doubles or greatly increases your tax income. So let's try that. Slightly increased land value, since we're not probably going to get the Eden project. Let's do that. I did not do I did not do encourage biking on this map, and I am not going to do encourage biking on this map because it is negative 7.4 degrees Celsius. Because it is negative 7 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is way into the negative Celsius. It's climbing. Look at that as I say it. Now we're at 0 Fahrenheit. That's still way in the negative Celsius. This map is cold. Let's see where it is. Negative 16.4 Celsius right now. And that was when it was warming up. So, yeah, I'm not going to make people drive around on bicycles in that. Look at this street. Totally dead. Nothing going on back here until it bursts into flames, and there'll be some fire trucks. We got one guy working at one of the plants parked up front in his Jeep. A little concerning that Does this not employ people? Come on. Where's my fire department? Are they back here in this traffic? They are. And by the time they get there, like, pull over, make room, make way. By the time they get here, a second building... I was going to say, did the fire just go out on its own? No, it ran out of stuff to burn. Ran out of fuel. Alright, so maybe we put another one over here, maybe? We have one over here. What are these guys doing? They couldn't just drive straight and go put that out? I guess it was one up. So they would have had to have completely left the zone and come back up and come back around. So that wouldn't have worked. What do we got going on over here? Some garbage problems. Somebody is complaining about the pollution. Fixed. Okay. Here, we'll move them out because they're right on the edge of that pollution bubble. If they were complaining, I'm kind of surprised these people aren't, but I guess very close. Very close. So yeah, some garbage problems here and there. Occasional abandoned building. But we're doing pretty good. Yeah, what's up with garbage? People making lots of garbage all of a sudden. Can't keep up. So this strip is all this district is all low density green commercial, the organic and local produce. So we'll see how well this actually handles over here. It helps reduce the truck traffic coming into the zone, which is nice. Speaking of, how are our highway intersections doing? We'll slow there. Moving. Doing all right. So things are looking pretty good on the highway now. This one's perpetually slow. I gotta figure that one out. But we'll keep tuning and tweaking. Quick episode for today. But hopefully you enjoyed, and stay tuned. We're gonna keep making little tweaks and improvements. Try and do some work on King of the North, and maybe do some more trees, so that we have these kind of clear paths where the trails actually lead down through the mountain. I think that might be nice. We've got cable cars running. They're not moving any people. There is an achievement for having cable car lines, and I want to say moving X number of people. Maybe at some point we'll get that. This will not be the town, though. It'll probably be a PC build, so we can do things like expand out into the mountains and do the ski resort that we really want to do on a future build. But for right now, man, industry. All right, let's hide those pop-ups. Pretend that everything is fine over here. If you did enjoy the episode, likes, comments, shares, all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Let's Plays Wednesday and Friday this week. Thursday stream, if I can get everything working, is going to be VR. We're just some random VR titles. And then Sunday stream will be back into cities again. And I think next week's a full schedule. So we'll be able to do a bit more in-depth build on next Sunday's stream. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. If you're new around here, subscribe. Hit the bell to get notifications. And until the next one, this is Moon the Mouse, signing off.